Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss Wohlfahrt Etude number 59 as promised, and it's not an easy one. It has some interesting, difficult little things right off the bat from the start. This move. It's not an easy one to get this feeling. I mean, you gotta, of course, set up the first finger, third finger when you start the piece. You'll notice a standard. I'm setting like this, but as soon as I play, I'm away. Third position is not a touch position. I mean, there really is no such thing as a touch position, but certainly there's more chance of it when you're up in fifth position, somewhere there. So this is how I set up. You notice I'm like this. I set up like this. Now, if I need a little extra help, I'll bring my elbow around to the right just a little. And then the 3/4 fits together nicely. Half step across strings. We shift back, do the same thing. Now the second bar, I'm using the Schirmer edition, by the way, and I'll just call out lines as I go down. This one, the second finger here is easier because it's a half step, but then you got to be careful at the end of the bar with the whole step. Whole step across strings. All right, so we got the first two bars taken care of. Okay, so here we go, third bar. Okay, so the difficulty here, again, bring the elbow around to the right a little bit to clear that A string. Otherwise, you could be brushing the A string. And then we get to the second line. Yeah, I'm noticing that I have to be really conscious to let the open string ring. I noticed there that time my first finger was a little bit over and it inhibited the D string from sounding. So that's another little complication from the previous measure. Yeah, it's interesting because this is easy because I got to be careful putting the first finger down. Okay, then we're making our open. Highly recommend as you go up this little passage, get your fifth down, get your bridge down on the first finger, and then take the first finger off, replace it for the next D, because if you have that bridge down, it's going to put a lot of tension in your hand. So I play bridge, now unbridge. It's pretty easy if I just bring my elbow around a little bit then. And make note, Wohlfahrt's very, very shrewd in his teaching. This second bar of the second line starts with a fourth, whereas the first bar started with the thirds. We had, this one goes, same thing the next bar, the third bar of that second line. This one's actually easier, but just notice that it's different from the first line. Okay, now we'll go ahead to line 3. Yeah, that's not too difficult. You just have to be careful again with that open. Always just bringing my elbow around a little bit. I'll lower this so you can see me just a little better. Yeah, I think those will be fine as long as you just practice, keep the practice on the slow side. Then we have yes, now here, this is third line, last bar. This is okay, but now this one, I have to bring my elbow because that's 2, 3 with the fourth finger down. 2, 3, 2, 1 is tricky. Yeah, it feels odd. It feels odd in the fourth line, for example, to just make sure I get that fourth finger in a good place. And, oh, and I notice here's something in the fourth line, first bar. We've just fit. I'm going to have to make a little break with the bow. I can't. It's marked legato, but you got to put a little break in there to make that last third work. Then again, I'm always conscious now in this piece, keeping my second finger away from the open D string. That's freaking another one, slow practice. Always, my friends, always, whenever you have any tightness in the left hand, give yourself some leverage. Bring your elbow around. It'll help you. It'll help strengthen, put more strength in your fingers. So we're here. Yeah, this is not too difficult. It's just the same type of problems that Wohlfahrt has been throwing at us for these, starting line 4 and 5 and 6. Yeah, it's going to be the same. Yeah, I even have that one circled in my part. Gotta give a special attention. This is line 5, first bar. Yeah, these passages are complicated and you just need to practice slow. One more time. Yeah, I'm finding myself, that first finger, F sharp, is starting to slouch over into the open A string, so it makes it a little bit tricky at the end of this. Yeah, it's starting to get a little smoother. It's tricky because I want to put a lot of my finger on the F sharp, and it inhibits the open A string. All right, so we got this next. This is line 6. Yeah, again, I feel very tight. Gotta be careful. All right, so this is all pretty much a repeat of what we've already done. Wohlfahrt always does this. He always gives you more than one chance. You could look at it, second chance to get it right, or you could also look at it, oh, he's going to see if I can do it twice in a row. So then we go ahead. Yeah, I have a mistake in my part here. This is line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Line 7. On the very last beat, they have an octave A, and it should be a C natural. And that's a tricky one. All right, so now we've worked our way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Line 8, 3, 6, 8. Yes. All right, this famous line. It's tricky. That's tricky. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it's because the open A happens. Then I got to put the 2 fingers down at once. All right, so here we are. Last measure of this one. This is a tricky one. I recommend you play your thirds, and now you shift up a whole step with both fingers. And now you're in good shape in second position. And then we get the half step behind, then half step up again. So now we're good shape in third position. And what I like to play here is stay in first and then go to second. So I'm playing 2-1 there. Let me play the passage. So you see how that works. First position, second position, third position, first position, second position. So I recommend that. The fingering that's in the music is kind of smeary. I try to avoid those kind of, 1-1-1 kind of fingerings whenever possible. All right, now, after we come to, and of course there is the hairpin and the retard, so that kind of helps the passage. One more time. Now, he doesn't go back. This is obviously some sort of a recap, but he doesn't go back to the beginning. He goes back to the second line, second bar, right, with this one. That's kind of nice of him because that one's actually easier. Yeah, and yet this is like the beginning on the third bar of the first line. That's interesting. It's interesting. Now he goes. It's almost like verbatim to the beginning, except he started with the second line. It's interesting. I wonder what it would sound like if we did the other. Yeah, musically it's not nearly as interesting if you go right back to the beginning. So he's stuck in those 2 extra bars, and then we're sort of playing like the beginning. We're coming down here. Now this is 3 lines from the end, last part. This is different. They're not easy there. I find myself needing to be really conscious. I have the open A in the third beat of this bar. Here. And then we go over to the D and G string. Now, on this next passage, this is 2 lines from the end, I like to reverse the bowing, start up bow. It helps in the end of this bar. I don't have to take this repetitive down, 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 down. And I just find it's easier. See, that way I started down. It was okay. I'm more comfortable with the up. Okay, so you choose. You could play that, that second line on the 16th. You can start either up or down. I just find it's more confusing when I start down bow. See, that works as long as I'm really conscious of the direction I'm going. So whichever way, let's see if I do it my way. Okay, at this point then I'm down bow. See, I don't have to do that extra bow. If I'm up bow, yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, I have to, this is bow distribution. If I actually were playing that direction, I'd have to make sure I'm in the lower part of the bow. So let's see. That's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So this would be, if I started the passage down, this would be down. No, it would be up. Okay. See, So what I did is I made sure I got to the lower part of the bow. Right here. So I don't know. I mean, crazy. Versus, let me try it again. All right, now let me try it with starting down bow. So I would actually have to play, if I start the passage down bow, I'd have to play 4 downs in a row. And I mean, I guess that's okay. It's an interesting style, different style type of thing. He does have dots at the end of in each passage, I mean, as a phrase. Versus the way I recorded it. So you choose. Either way, just make it sound good. So now the ending. This is a tricky ending, this last line. Now, if we honor the quarter note, you know, sometimes my finger just touches the open string. It's tricky to do that. That's better. You have to be very, very careful with that one. If we're going to just play this versus, you know, you could do something like that, but the way Wohlfahrt wrote it is good. Now this last passage, I really have to bring my elbow around. So again, you notice in this whole etude, there's lots of elbow action if you need it to help you clear the open strings, to make sure. It's a complicated etude with these droning type open strings. A lot of risk, you know, for us to be brushing those strings and inhibiting. So I hope this little analysis helped you in this piece. It's a very, very difficult etude, and I know that because I've taught it to many, many, many students, helped them understand some of these difficulties. And I hope this video helped you a little bit also. If you have any questions, anything specific that maybe I didn't hit it, miss it, you know, just ask the question. I'll be happy to respond. So thanks very much for listening. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Attaboy. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I really appreciate that. So have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.